Welcome back to the vlog. So I'm refilming this because I had it like perfect before, but I think I could have just made it a little bit better. So this story takes place right after I came from my meeting with the great Jawar Ali. For those who don't know, he was one of the panelists that came in Art Week. He is a fashion designer from here in Cayman, but he lives in London. We had a very interesting conversation. It was initially about the fashion video that I'm supposed to be working on with him, but he really got into like a mentorship role with me, talking about how I could improve my craft and stuff. Now, no, I had to put back my chair. This feels a little uncomfortable, and I'm gonna come up just a little bit. That cool. He was essentially just trying to help me improve my craft. Now he's a fashion designer, I'm a photographer, videographer, content creator. It's like, question, how does that even work? But at the same time, you gotta realize, like, even though he's a fashion designer, he works with photographers and videographers at the same time. So what he says I have to take into consideration. But before I can tell you about that, I have to tell you about the video and how I even got to shoot a fashion video in the first place. I did not plan to drop this video now. I meant to drop it after I finished the fashion video, but I did Cayman Art Week, or I covered Cayman Art Week, or I helped assist cover Cayman Art Week, because it was not planned for me to film it. So did that, met Josh Pearl and Jor, great people, got invited to a dinner, spoke over dinner. At dinner, Jor was like, yeah, we're doing something tomorrow, you can come film. I was like, say less. Very next day, went at the time he said, went and go film. I get there and he told me we were filming a fashion video. I just thought I'd be catching behind the scenes, really. So I did have no planning, I had no reference material. And so I ended up helping him film a fashion video. I focused primarily on details, and where he could instruct, he did instruct on what he wanted in particular shots. So that's how that fashion video came about. Because of my personality, I don't try to be pushy. So I didn't really take charge when I should have. That's my fault. Something I'm trying to develop, something I'm trying to learn. But because of that impacted my composition of my videos. So when me and him were reviewing it, a lot of the questions, not say questions, but a lot of the question marks that arose were just about composition, you know? And I noticed it. I noticed it upon reviewing. He instantly noticed it. And he asked me, Joshua, who's your favorite photographer? Who's your favorite director? I told him Omar Jones because he directed Drano by Zilkhan, one of my favorite music videos. And I think he had a hand, and the creative director on Drano also had a hand in Stick. I think he directed Stick by JID, Kenny Mason, and J. Cole, Track West. Those are like my two favorite music videos as of current. But when it came down to it, I couldn't tell him why. I couldn't tell him what about the style I really liked. It really just came down to transitions. I mean, I really do like the videos, but what concerned me is it was hard for me to form why I liked them. Like, I was stuttering, in which why I like the music videos, which shouldn't be the case, because if I like something for a particular reason and I'm saying this is my favorite, I should be able to say why. You know, I've seen these individual music videos plenty of times and I couldn't say why I didn't like it, why I liked them. So that was just weird now that I think about it. And then he also asked me who's my favorite photographer, to which I said Peter McKinnon. Like, I watched his videos since I started my photography journey. He's probably one of the reasons why I have a Canon right now. I followed his photography journey, and so Joe searches him up and instantly said, Joshua, you can do better than this. Well, not instantly, he properly reviewed, but said, Joshua, you can do better than this. And I really had to wonder, do I like him because I've admired him and because of, I don't want to say relationship, but I feel like that's the best word I can come up with, because I've been watching him so long, just because I have this relationship, because I seen his work online and I followed his work, is why I end up liking his pictures. It really made me question things, you know, and what I like and why I like it and what's my style, because for a long time I've just tried to produce, still stay within my lane, or no, I still try to produce work that I like, but to appeal for the mass media. I haven't really looked into what I like and why I like it. And for a long time I've been trying to develop my style, but I guess it's kind of weird because like I said, I've been trying to develop my style, but I've also been trying to develop a style that fits on Instagram that will get a lot of likes and stuff. And he really made me shift focus. So after I realized that, he brought me into these rooms with all these books, with all these photographers in them, and he showed me these IG pages, like, follow these people, study their work. Do you know what the difference between referencing something and taking inspiration from? All of these questions that Peter McKinnon hasn't asked me, no one else has really asked me, you know? He really made me question photography in my style as a whole, what's going to make me unique from everyone else, you know, and how my process is going to take place going forward, because anyone can take a picture, but not everyone has the same style. And I want, when someone sees my pictures, they say, oh, that's Joshua, oh, I want that photographer. Really, where the question of photography came about was again my composition in the video, and I've known this for a long time. Composition is key. And he said, Joshua, you need to work on your photography. I've been doing photography for 5 years, and I'm aware I still need to work on it, but just hearing it from someone else just, clicked something in my brain. He made me focus more on fashion photography, I can see why, pertaining to the video at hand, and the fact that it's more of a subject base. So I like the focus is very narrow, normally on one subject or one particular piece of clothing. Right now I just feel like I need to shoot more. I mean, I felt like I've shot a lot already, but clearly I just need to shoot more. I need to pay attention. Maybe I've done things in the wrong order, because for a long time I was more concerned about what's in the background in a photo than the photo itself, and then I started focusing on what the photo itself, but maybe I have to also relearn that now and properly focus on composition and actually figure out what is composition, what is a good composition. That's where my mind is right now, and then with doing that photography, I hope that will translate over to video, because I get photography and video isn't the same thing, or can be kind of just two different things, but similarity between them is that composition matters, yeah. And then even well, now yesterday, he's still sending me videos on inspiration, on where I can find inspiration and how do I find inspiration. It, so I try. These are just things that I really appreciate in people. Like, he didn't really have to do this. He could have just said, "All right, send me what you have," and then if he likes it, he likes it. Doesn't, he does it. But he saw where I could improve, and he took that upon himself, and it's now basically mentoring me on how to improve and how to become a better photographer as a whole. He's seeing these photographers that I admire and telling me that I can be better than them. Like, I feel like not a lot of people in the photography space or video artists or creative space as a whole are, like, a lot of people are self-taught, and then they probably don't get this type of inspiration from such an individual. You know, they probably get it from family and friends, but someone as accomplished, they probably won't get it from, you know, someone as accomplished would probably shy them off or brush them off or something. So I just, once again, for probably the 5th time, really appreciate it. Yeah, so now I'm essentially just studying up on photographers, really trying to figure out what I like and why I like it, and I'm gonna try to do the same thing with directors too. Currently I've been watching a lot of behind the scenes. I've watched, it's primarily called Lyrical Lemonade, because I like music videos. I want to do music videos. That's like one of my goals, and he makes great music videos. So I was just I don't even know if this is related at this point, but that was just something I was doing today. I hope to film my own behind the scenes of music videos, photo shoots very soon, and I have huge plans in the future. Just be mindful that I have huge plans in the future that I hope I can just bring y'all along with, and y'all find entertaining and useful in the first place. So that's what I've learned this week. I want to know what you learned this week. Have you learned a new technique, new transition? Have you got a new camera? Are you thinking about getting a new camera? Yo, like, tell me all of that in the comments. It doesn't even have to be camera related. You know, you learn new things every day. So, like I said, comment, like, save, and go get some EXP. Sorry, I'm watching my friends also film a YouTube video. We're on a call right now.